And now, KCAU 9 presents SportsZone with Sports Director Anthony Mitchell and Sports Anchor Alexander Huddleston. Your inside look at all the local sports action begins now.
We're the Sioux Center Warriors, and you're watching SportsZone.
The highlights start now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the KCAU 9 SportsZone. New year. The same us, though. You ready to roll?
Same. I feel like a new man. Let's do this, dude.
Of course, for Alexander Huddleston, I'm Anthony Mitchell. We've got a ton in store for you tonight. Take it away here.
Yeah, well, welcome back. We got top matchups, big plays, and, of course, our top stop and players of the week.
That's right, and like we do all the time, we'll start things out with our SportsZone game of the night, featuring a pair of local state-ranked squads. In Iowa, number 3 Rock Valley on the girls' side takes on number 14 Sioux Center. Rockets boast one of 2A's leading scorers in Hudson Ranshaw at over 27 points per game. Warriors have won 4 of the last 5 here. Rockets got moving quick here, building up a lead. Haven Ranshaw money all night long. Beyond the arc, you're not seeing double. Believe me, that's a triple. But the Warriors not going down without a fight. Maren Franken says, not in my house. No, making her presence known there. She had 35 points on the night, but even the help from the SDSU commit would not save the Warriors in a late game effort. Rockets blast off. They win at 74-70. What a way to start the night with a pair of state-ranked teams with state tournament aspirations.
Absolutely. It was a fantastic game. But now it's time to get to the rest of tonight's action, staying in Sioux Center as the Warriors boys team host the Rockets. Warriors lead the series 17-16 dating back to 2009. Last 5 meetings are decided by single digits. Rockets won the tip and got things going. Rock with Bodie Weber inside the paint, working his way to the basket. 4-2 on the ensuing possession. Warriors looking for action, and it's Zachary Van Beek hitting one from deep. That's 3 right there. Rockets wanting to match that vibe. Leighton Snunger would find an opportunity to sink the tray ball. This one would go all the way to overtime, but it would be the Rockets with the clean sweep of the night. Boys winning 77-72.
Let's keep it rolling. The George Little Rock Mustangs girls squad brings its 9-0 record to town against defending state champ and 8-1 Hinton. Grab your popcorn. Hinton right off the jump gets the tip, and that's Sydney Duskett there for 2. Augustana commit led all scorers with 21. Blackhawks looking to build onto the lead. Steal from Carlin Corvana. Sets up a basket from Bailey Boovy. Volleyball Creighton commit there. Adds 2 on the hardwood. Mustangs now with the ball. Quick pass to Danka. Gessolf tacks on another deuce for the Mustangs. Hinton rolls to a 69-22 win. How nice there.
Hinton boys squad looking to extend its win streak to 6 games. Mustangs hoping to snap its 5-game skid. Mustangs strike first with a 3-point shot by Cash Sandbolts, putting this Mustangs on top 3-0. Hinton puts themselves on the board from the inbound pass that makes its way to Logan Kempima, who knocks it off the glass, tying the game at 3. Moving on in the first quarter, a rebound by Austin Landis takes on another 2 for the Mustangs. Game tied at 16 after 1. Hinton pulls away for the 65-43 victory.
Next stop takes us to Cherokee High School. Braves girls team ranked number 9 in 3A, hosting Esterville Lincoln Central. Halfway through the first quarter, ELC's Jasmine Smith making the 3. Little shimmy there, cutting that lead to 3 points. Minutes later, Cherokee with a response and a big one here, passing the ball around to the arc and makes its way to Addie Wolfswinkel. She just scored her 1,000th career point earlier in the week. Wow. You can count that one there. 22-8, Cherokee leads. Started the second quarter, a trifecta courtesy of Caden Volker puts the score up to 27. Braves win big, 58-21.
Now, Cherokee boys squad also ranked, hoping to continue moving up the ranks, hosting ELC. In the first minutes, the Braves' Blake Louisville makes and moves the layup, putting Cherokee on the board. 5 minutes left in the quarter, though. ELC's Amari Armstrong rushes to the basket and swish, giving ELC the lead. Later on, ELC's Caden Fletcher. He's going to speed past the defense to give them an 11-7 lead, but ELC can't keep the energy up in the second half, and Cherokee will win this one 70-54.
Even more state-ranked teams in action. Number 4 Storm Lake boys in search of an 8-0 start in their way. The Bulldogs of Lamar's. And you can move those chains on this first down celebration, shall we? Storm Lake out to a quick lead. David William and 1. Number 1-2 goes for 3. Tornadoes lead 6-2. Bulldogs on the run. Great feed for Mason Pippin to Andrew Grant. Gets it to fall through that contact. Bank is open on Friday night. Tornadoes on a run here. Jaden Kuhn to Cam Boyd in the corner, and you cannot leave him that open. Briarcliff commit makes him pay with a 3. Timeout Bulldogs. Boyd goes for 19. Kuhn scores 21. Tornadoes turn it up 79-49.
Now, the OABCIG Falcons girls team is one of 2 remaining teams unbeaten in Western Valley Conference play. Back at nest against Lon Bronson Eagles in search of conference win number 1 on the year. Tamaya Drew right there, who makes a strong drive to the paint, gets the bucket. Falcons looking to come back, sees Leah Hansen pass to Ireland Whitrock, who finds Brady Younggreen open in the corner for a 3-pointer. Falcons are able to walk away with a close victory of 53-43.
Staying in notable, LB and OABCIG have won their last 2 games. Blake Patera is going to pass this one to Cash Schulte, and Schulte indeed is Cash. Finds himself in trouble, but still finds a way to sink it. And double coverage, double trouble, no problem. Eagles looking to get on the board. Connor Clausen receives the offensive board and drives it in for a tough 2. Eagles continue to soar high on the court. Leo Scott going to pass it out to Ian Morey to find Gage Beaulieu open. He hits the 3. Falcons, though, get the last laugh, 60-51.
Now up in Spencer, Tigers working towards win number 1 in Lakes Conference play, hosting conference leader Spirit Lake. Spirit Lake up 28-22, make it 31-22 as Hayden Coleman nails the 3 there. Now later in the third, Spirit Lake would be up by 10, but Spencer not going away. Callista Frankenstein, the freshman with a monster of a game. She'd finish with 15 points, hoop, and the harm. Tigers cut the lead, 35-27. Spirit Lake pulls away in the fourth quarter. Albany Ranke with the layup, and she lead all scores with 18. Spirit Lake wins 57-39 over Spencer.
On the boys' side, Spirit Lake with a chance to notch their first win of the season. They battle Spencer. Spirit Lake got on the board first, courtesy of Bennett Stecker with a layup, 2 of his 25 points on the night on the road. Later in the first, game tied at 2. Spencer's Foster Ruse drives the baseline for the layup. How about that? Through the foul and everything. Tigers up 2 still in the first quarter. Spencer leads 6-2, and it's Roos again, this time from way downtown Ka-ching. He led all scorers with 28. This one had actually go into overtime, and Foster Roos had hit a 3 at the buzzer. Spirit Lake goes on to win it over. Spencer wins over Spirit Lake, I should say, 67-66. I see what you did there. We've got to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Plenty of big matchups on the other side of the break.
And, of course, who will bring home our Top Stop and Player of the Week awards. Some good candidates in our remaining games, so stay tuned and stay in the zone.
Our student section of the night coming from the Lamar's Bulldogs. Great energy and great fun on a fantastic night of high school hoops. Welcome back to the zone. Plenty of great games and even more Player of the Week candidates got the action rolling.
With many more to come, including at the Winnebago Post-Holiday Tournament, featuring a handful of local teams, including Winnebago Girls Hoops battling St. Francis Indian to kick off the action. Winner heads to tomorrow's tournament championship. Let's get right to it in the first quarter. St. Francis striking first as the ball goes into Aaron White. Lance Shee turns and throws it up and in for 2. With the Indians, would respond a few minutes later. Gianna Grant saves her missed shot, throws it to Marley Littlebear. Pawn at the ball and getting the shot up off the glass. And Winnebago aggressive on the pass napping. The ball had it, goes to Little Bear. She goes into the paint, takes a shot, but gets shot to go. She's unfazed, and Winnebago goes to advance to the finals with a 61-38 win.
Let's head to the other side of the bracket. It'll be Santee battling Walt Hill. Back and forth game early. And we've got some action going on and a transition bucket there. And you can count the foul. That would be for Santee, or that is actually for Walt Hill, excuse me. And Santee with a chance here. Loose ball. Walt Hill's going to recover, and they count the bucket. Still looking for a score on this one. And we'll head off to our next game. Alex, who we got?
Well, next game staying in Nebraska. Homer girls basketball hoping to improve to 5-1 at home this season, hosting Bergen Catholic. It's a coin toss between the teams. Bergen Knights try to make a gap in the score, and Marissa Drake hits a buzzer beater right there at halftime. It's 15 Homer, 21 Bergen Catholic. Second half, Homer tries to get ahead to Homer. Taya Bird passes the ball to Lily Harris, and she tosses it in the air to get the score. Homer's comeback effort comes up short in a 52-45 loss.
The Knights duel heads to round 2. Bergen Catholic and Homer back at it again, running it back in northeast Nebraska, this time on the boys' side. Within the first few minutes of the game, BC scores on a Homer's court with a 3-pointer by Kale Sheets. Swish indeed. Homer tries to get those points back, but Gavin Baker there steals the ball, but loses it. And Axton Casey is there to sweep it back up. First points of the game for the home team, Homer. But Baker not bothered. He hits yet another 3-pointer for Bergen Catholic. BC keeps Homer out of the win column in this one. They get the 52-45 win.
Intriguing border battle here as the Why Not Blue Devils head to South Dakota with a chance to knock off undefeated West Central in the opening minute. Why Not turns into offensive rebounds into a Devin Broomer corner three. Blue Devils lead 3-0 and force an early Trojan timeout. A few minutes later, West Central starts to find their rhythm. Connor Mavis hits the elbow jumper 4-2. Game tied at 6. Trojans stay unbeaten with a 58-45 win over Why Not.
Now let's take a look at our Siouxland scoreboard. Some scores around the area here on the basketball court. Starting off on the girls' side, South O'Brien Wolverines winning big over Akron Westfield, 49-17. While in Nebraska, Oakland Craig defends home court, taking down Stanton 64-26. On the boys' side, MOC Floyd Valley squeaks by Boyden Hull 61-57. While Norfolk Catholic defeats Battle Creek 84-45. And quick note that Bergen Catholic Homer boys score on our part was 84-44 in favor of Bergen Catholic. The fullest of scores on our website, SiouxlandProud.com. We've got to take another break, but don't go anywhere,
because we will announce our weekly awards, including Player of the Week honors, so make sure you stay in the zone.
We're the Spencer Tiger cheerleaders. Don't change that channel. SportsZone will be right back. Yeah!
Welcome back to the zone. It is finally time. I know you guys have been waiting for our weekly top stop, and not one but two Player of the Week awards. Of course, with SportsZone basketball, we do boys basketball and girls basketball. So with that being said, our first award winners in the year 2026. Alexander, who do you got?
Well, for our boys basketball Player of the Week goes out to Vermilion's Trey Hansen. Tanner's guard had himself a big game on Thursday, dropping 31 points and 10 rebounds in the team's 71-42 victory at West Central. Teenagers boost their record to 5-2. Congrats to Trey on earning our Player of the Week honors. Anthony, who's our girls Player of the Week?
Well, our girls basketball Player of the Week winner is Sioux Center standout Marin Frank, and the SDSU commit came up big time in our game of the night, deservingly so, pouring in 35 points and a handful of plays on the defensive side, but it was Rock Valley coming away with the 74-70 victory. And now for our top stop, coming from Storm Lake boys basketball, courtesy of the block from Storm Lake's Jaden Kuhn. Talk about being in Lamar's, a sweet block there, soaring for the rejection. The Creighton commit, not in my house. Defense, name of the game for Storm Lake, staying undefeated with a 79-49 win. And just like that, our first Sports Zone show of 2026 on the basketball side. What do you think?
Well, I'm kind of upset I wasn't invited to the block party, but I mean, that's just me. No, today was fantastic. I've missed you so much. I've missed this, missed all of y'all. I'm so excited to be back. It was a great day, great night.
We'll start the countdown. We're here next Friday.
Yes.
We'll have our Game of the Week reveal on Wednesday. Of course, our Player of the Week stories coming out later this week. But overall, great night.
Yeah, great night. I got to see a half-court buzzer beater shot before halftime. Didn't get it on camera, but we may have video of it, so we'll work on that. But it was phenomenal. The whole stadium went crazy. The student section jumped onto the court. It was so cool.
Absolute scenes.
Dude, it was a vibe for sure.
Awesome. Alexander, a great night indeed. Looking forward to doing it next week. For the rest of our scores, head over to our website, SiouxlandProud.com. For Alexander, I'm Anthony. We'll see you next week in the zone.